was one of 5 children, and he joined Crompton's as an electrical fitter. He then joined the RAF and was in World War II, and then he came back and he became the manager of a DIY shop in Molsham Street. Christmas 2012, he started to have quite bad stomach pains, and then after a few investigations, it was in March 2013 that he was diagnosed with a tumour of the stomach and the bowel. They could have tried removing the tumours, but they did say that even a young man of 30 would have had a very, very long recovery road after a massive operation like that. Or he could leave it, as they didn't know how long the tumours had been there originally, so they could have been there for years before they'd even, found out about them. But unfortunately, chemo wasn't an option because he wouldn't have been well enough for chemo.
Right.
But he then decided not to have the operation. He didn't make the decision up then. He was asked to go away and think about it, and then we met up with his GP at the time, which was Dr. Towers, and discussed it with her, and everybody took the wishes of Pops, who didn't want Cyril, who didn't want to have it done. His GP that then forwarded us onto Farley Hospice, who then got in contact with us, who came around for a meeting and discussed all options that we had with them, and all the help and support that they could provide.
And what kind of support were they able to give?
Any family support, day services, carers, respite, all of the options, which he didn't really take up on many of them until nearer the end, where then the carers came in.
Was that the hospice from home? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
He did have a small heart attack in, I'm not quite sure when it was, which he then had to obviously go into hospital for. But then he did recover from that, and the only other time we went to hospital was to Farley for a day stay for blood transfusions, which
Right.
I'd go with him.
What were his choices in relation to where he wanted to die and how he wanted to go?
He just wanted to die at home,
Yeah.
and obviously he couldn't really choose how it was going to happen, because it was, how the cancer then took him as such. So he was upstairs as normal, and it got more and more that he'd stay in bed upstairs.
Did the district nurses come in at all to do with?
Yes, yeah, they came in to deal with his medication, and they only really got involved towards the end to administer the syringe driver that he had, so that medication had to be topped up and to give him a wash. We couldn't really fault it. They were there at 24 hours at the end of a telephone call. They would pop round as and when we needed them to. Any questions, we could ring them and ask. The only thing which was a little bit disappointing was that we always said that if there was a time where the nurses had popped in and they knew that it was possibly time, then to give us all a call, or one of us a call, so we could let each other know. And the morning that I had gone round there and he had literally just passed away, the district nurses had been in and they had asked for his do not resuscitate form, which was upstairs the whole time, and they'd asked for it to be brought down and put on the side of his bed. So part of me must have thought that they knew that time was very soon.
Okay.
Maybe just to explain a few things more to people that don't ask. I did ask a lot of questions every time there was a nurse there, or every time there was a GP there. I'd always ask questions because personally I wanted to know. Okay, other people don't necessarily need to know in as much detail as what I wanted to know, but maybe just explaining what things did and how it would affect them.